Okay, Terror Tuesday Part 2. So, back Part 2, but still the same film. It's kind of weird. The Invisible Man. So, this is the 2020 version, directed by Lee Whannell. Now, this is when Universal, still Universal, going through, they were trying to reboot the Dark Universe. So, it was like all the old horror stuff, The Mummy, etc. So, The Mummy was the first one they tried with Tom Cruise, but that didn't get particularly well received, and it wasn't great, to be fair. So they sort of left it alone, but then a guy called Lee Whannell came in and did The Invisible Man. This did so well, budget of 7 million, grossed over nearly 150 million, so did quite well. So they were like, yeah, you can do what you like with them and stuff now. So he then done Wolfman later on, which wasn't as good as The Invisible Man, which is why I'm doing Invisible Man rather than Wolfman, but it's still alright, still quite decent, okay? So this time round, so it's Elisabeth Moss is the main character in the film, and basically she escapes from her abusive partner, who subsequently dies. Nothing to do with her. He dies and he leaves her his fortune. He's an optics engineer. And she then has to convince the authorities because all these coincidences keep happening with lethal consequences. And she has to convince the authorities that it's somebody that they can't see that's creating all the issues and the coincidences and people dying, etc. As it turns out, the guy isn't using a serum or a potion this time round. It's actually a suit that he wears, and it's made up of thousands of cameras that mimic its surroundings, so it then like blends in so you can't see it. It is fabulous. The tension in the film is off the scale. There are scenes in the film which is what I love. So it's about an Invisible Man. So there's scenes in the film where you're watching a particular scene, and then all of a sudden the camera just like disappears off to the left and looks down an empty corridor, and then it just slowly pans back, and you're sat there thinking, well, why did you do that? Why did you go and look down that empty corridor? What's down that? I want to look back down that corridor now. What's down that corridor? And it does this throughout the film. It is so well done, so well done. It is just a great, creepy, tension-packed horror film. If you can find it on a streaming service, I'm sure it must be kicking around somewhere. Find it and watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. Elisabeth Moss is fabulous in it. She plays as you would be, you'd get to the point where you're basically like thinking you're going totally insane because, of course, you can see all this stuff happening, but nobody else can see it. So they all think it's all your imagination. You all think you're going mental. But it's just great watching her slowly crumble under the onslaught of all of this happening over and over and over again. And then when it gets to the end of the film, it's a complete something. So we'll leave that for you to decide when you watch the film yourself. So that's it. Terror Tuesday this week. Back again tomorrow. I'm just looking down there at what we've got for tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to be doing some comedy, because I don't think we've done much in the way of comedy yet. So we'll be doing comedy tomorrow. So back tomorrow for that. Usual likes, repost, thumbs up, give us a review, give us a comment. And we'll be back tomorrow with Comedy Wednesday. I'll speak to you soon.